FBI is suspected of leaking information to migrants. This is the reason why we need to audit for the people that are in these government positions, in addition to where the money is going. I think that this is one of the most concerning things that has come across my desk in a long time. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's check it out.
And tonight, a very disturbing trend is taking hold as President Trump is implementing his mass deportation policy. Looks like every time ICE is preparing to launch a large-scale enforcement operation in a liberal city, information about that raid is leaked. And now the administration is taking major steps to make sure that stops happening. Attorney General Pam Bondi warning yesterday right here on Fox News, quote, "If you leaked it, we will find out who you are. We will come after you." This after Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said that she thought that FBI employees were the ones responsible for these leaks. Also tonight, our own Bill Maloogian reporting that Secretary Noem is asking the Treasury Department to allow IRS agents to be sent to the southern border to help enforce immigration law. Here with more is Trump administration border czar Tom Homan. Tom, where are these leaks coming from?
Well, look, we think it's coming from inside, and we know the first leak of Aurora is under current investigation. We think we identified that person under investigation right now. The California leak, Secretary Noem, she's correct. Some of the information we're receiving tends to lead toward the FBI. But I talked to the Deputy Attorney General all this weekend. They've opened up a criminal investigation. And they have promised that not only this person lose their job and lose their pension, they're going to go to jail. They're going to criminal.
We're going to get to the treason in a second. We're going to get to the treason shortly. But you got to lose your pension. You will lose your pension. That means that anything that you had promised to you from a retirement perspective is gone. Now, was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Prosecute. So we're all over it. We got the DHS IG investigating the first one. Have a pretty good idea what happened. Can't share a lot because it's under investigation, but the IG's opened up a criminal investigation on the second one. We're sending a strong message. It's just not, giving the bad guys a heads up so they can escape apprehension. Right? We're arresting, giving, the Venezuela gang a heads up so we can't arrest them. You're putting officers' lives at risk. It's only a matter of time if we walk into a place where there's going to be a bad guy doesn't care. He's going to be sitting and wait for the officers to show up and ambush him. This is not a game. So DHS and DOJ are connected at the hip to hold these people responsible in a criminal fashion.
So I think that this is very important for us to figure out. This is very, very important because if we have people that we are paying with our tax dollars that are supporting and against the American people by actually leaking information to people that's not supposed to be here, or to terrorists and criminal organizations, or to people that have committed crimes inside the United States of America. And then when Tom Homan or ICE or deportation officials or the police officers or the sheriffs or border patrol is getting ready to go and do a large scale operation in a particular place or a city or a sanctuary city, and then they go in, and then everybody just so happened to disappear multiple different times. Every single time they're thwarting your investigation, and they're thwarting your ability to be able to arrest the people that's not supposed to be here. And it's coming from the FBI. That is a problem. But we would never know this. We would never know that treason even existed within our government organizations had we not voted Trump in. But let me tell you what's not going to happen. You're not going to see AOC talk about it. You're not going to see Jasmine Crockett talk about it. You're not going to see Al Sharpton get Al Sharpton's big head bobblehead on MSNBC on the Morning Joe and talk about it. You're not going to see MSNBC, the network, address it. You're not going to see Rachel Maddow. You're not going to see any of these people, any of these raging liberals. You're not going to see the raging liberal celebrities talk about it. They're going to completely ignore it. They're not going to have a conversation about it at all. You know why? You know why? Because they're borderline against the United States of America too. We have so many ops in this country. And thank God we got the administration in there, and they're gonna set an example for people. When they prosecute these people, they are going to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law, and they are not going to have any mercy. Let me tell you something. This is not the type of administration that you're going to get a slap on the wrist or you're going to be able to plead down. This is the type of administration that they're not going to offer you a plea deal at all. Have you seen the way Trump operate? When Trump sues somebody, he go all the way for it. He want blood. Even after he became president, he was like, that's nice. We're going to proceed with this lawsuit against whatever these organizations is. We're going to pursue a lawsuit against CBS by behalf of 60 Minutes. We're going to pursue a lawsuit on this. We're going to pursue we're not playing no games. And I think that it's time to get tough on the people that are doing some of the most disrespectful, treasonous things inside of the United States of America.
Early indications are this is coming from our own FBI. How certain are you of that?
Information leading to that. Again, I'll let the Department of Justice do their own investigation. But again, I talked to the Deputy Attorney General this week, and they've opened up a criminal investigation. He thinks the information is coming from there also, so we'll let that investigation play out. But some of the leads point that way.
Wow, that's really scary. The idea of not hiring these 88,000 IRS agents to go after law-abiding taxpayers and bringing them to the border, how helpful would that be in your mission?
No, we'll put them to work. For the law enforcement officers,
Ava says this should not be about setting an example, but about handling business. Be about business. Setting an example is about being about business. Setting an example. Do you know why when a politician is caught for getting kickbacks or finessing the people or for stealing money, taxpayer money, do you know why they prosecute them and they throw them under the jail? They really hit them hard with it. Is because they have to set an example because they don't want corruption to run rampant within our government system. Setting an example is about business. Sometimes you got to fire an offender not because you want to fire them, but because you have to set an example as to who it is that can and can't get away with things inside of your organization. You got to do that with your children. I've had to discipline my child one time in her entire life when she was younger. Never had to discipline her again. Because once she got it that one time, she said, you know what? It's got to be a different alternative than this. It's got to be a different alternative than this. It's so much sweeter on that other side. That is business. And see, this is why often at times you have to be very careful when you allow for a woman to then lead these organizations because they don't understand that is business. You know why there's so many criminals? You know why people feel compelled to be able to steal out of the store? You know why a lot of these businesses is going out of business? You know why they closing up these stores and these CVS and these pharmacies and these places over on the West Coast and these liberal cities? You know why it's a food desert? It's not that people don't feel like it's good to open up a business on this particular corner for an underserved community that they can then run up profits in. It's because people feel like they can get away with it. People don't mind committing murders because they know that they're not even going to do life in jail. Over in El Salvador, they literally stopped crime within 2.5 to 3 years by going in and making it very, very hard inside of the prison. I know people that don't care about going to jail because they feel like jail is going to be a party. They got all of their friends in there and they're going to run a marathon when they get in there. They're going to work out. They're going to get healthy. They're going to kick that cocaine habit that they got. They're going to get off the rocks. They're going to have a good time with their friends. Oh, so what? I got to do 2 and 3 years. I get off of good behavior. I'm really only going to do 1.5 years, a year and some change. I'm cool. I ain't even tripping about it. They're going to come out. They're going to get some stripes. They're going to get praised when they get out of jail and they're going to feel compelled to do it. You know why? Because we not about business and we don't set an example of what you can and can't do. And so people feel like it's okay to take risks. They don't have that over in the Middle East. They don't have that in certain other countries. Because when you do something, you get punished. Try it if you want to. Play the game if you want to. But there ain't no consequences over here. And so everybody feel like they can just do what they want to do. They walk in the store, steal right in front of you, flash mob. Y'all the type of parents that your kids will slap you. I don't want to do it, Mom. Oh, Timmy, I have to do soft parenting because I want to be careful about whether or not I want my child to then slap the taste out of my mouth. The children is actually running the parents now. It's a reflection of what we see inside of America. Y'all women disrespect y'all, put y'all out on the street. I don't want to, because y'all got a culture of being soft. You so weak. And then when I come along, everybody feel extra offended. Oh, let me clutch my pearls. He told me I need to shut up and sit down. How dare he? Because you ain't never been told to shut up and sit down your whole life. Your daddy, your boyfriends, your baby daddies, everybody in your life then always told you, oh no, it's okay. You so good. Don't worry about it. I'll never ever say anything negative to a woman. And then I come along and be like, sit your black butt down before I slap the taste out of your mouth. Who you talking to? Then you want to get all hot and bothered. Ooh, he got me tingling in the inside. That's because the nature of you is to be disciplined and then shut up and let leadership lead. Now you want to get all hot and bothered. Now you finally found a man that you can really submit to. You should have had your life in order all this time, and then you wouldn't be a baby mama. Then you might have had a chance, but nope. Now you ain't got a chance because you got too many kids and I can't do nothing with you now. All I can do is get you in line for the person that's going to then simp out for you and possibly be your baby daddy. But we need order inside of this country. We need order inside of this country. You're not going to be treasonous and think that you can get away with it with this administration. How dare you?
Certainly put in work in helping secure some of these at-large operations. They don't have immigration authority, but they can certainly cover a back door. They can certainly transport. They can certainly help process. The non-criminal IRS agent, they can help us process and do some intelligence and wrap around infrastructure planning. We'll take them. We can use all the help we can get because this is a big operation. So I hope we get some of them. I think President Trump's made it very clear. This is all a government approach because this is a national security vulnerability, our open border, and having all these over 2 million known gotaways. You and I talked about this a lot, Sean, helping us find these people who paid more to get away. Over 2 million. We don't know who they are, where they came from, why they're here, but we need to find those folks. So we'll take every man and woman available to come.
You know, I keep going back to a question, and you have every right to be irritated with me for keep asking it, and this is the scary part of tipping off the enemy, because you're right, they'll lie in wait and the element of surprise will be removed from those brave agents that are willing to find the people in this country that don't belong here. But among them are known murderers and rapists and terrorists and cartel members and gang members. This is not an easy lift to begin with. And you've expressed confidence that you'll find them all. And the question is, how quickly do you think we can find them all?
Well, sanctuary cities, they're putting up every roadblock possible. Rather than arresting the bad guy in the county jail, it takes one agent to arrest a bad guy when they gets arrested and put in the county jail. We got to send the whole team to the neighborhood. So it's very difficult in sanctuary cities, but we're going to keep coming. What are we doing about sanctuary cities? I'm going to double the manpower in those sanctuary cities. Sanctuary cities, if we can't get them in their homes, we'll get them a place of employment. We're going to have large-scale worksite enforcement operation. So we're going to send more resources. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep coming. We're going to keep coming with more. We're going to increase the targeting in those cities. We're going to give full steam ahead on sanctuary cities. Sanctuary cities are becoming the priority. Why? Because they're protecting public safety threats and national security threats. So we're going to double manpower. We're going to double operations. We're going to double targeting. We're coming full bore, and they're not going to stop us. I'm taking this seriously. I don't sleep well at night because I'm afraid of the people that are walking the streets here every day because sanctuary cities are protect them. Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals, bottom line. So we're going to do everything we can to find them, regardless of what it takes. We got a strong president in the White House that's giving us all the authority we need. We're coming.
I agree. I 100%. I think that you don't ever give in to the devil. You don't negotiate with terrorists. You just punish people along the way. You make examples, and then you start to get some control of what's going on inside of the United States of America. Shout out to Tom Homan, and shout out to all of the this administration that's setting an example of how we supposed to move and taking care of business inside of the United States of America.